Hello there! Welcome back to another episode of We Are the Senate, a Clone Wars breakdown where we'll watch and discuss a new Clone Wars episode every week.
This week we'll be watching Clone Wars Season 2, Episode 3, Children of the Force. And we hope you enjoy the show as much as we do.
Thanks for tuning in, and this is where the fun begins! For those of you who haven't seen this Clone Wars episode in a while, we have a synopsis for you.
Darth Sidious has a new dark assignment for bounty hunter Cad Bane. Kidnap Force-sensitive children from across the galaxy and bring them to Mustafar.
So this is the final episode in the first story arc of Season 2. So if you haven't seen our past episode, you should definitely go and watch it. But Cad Bane escaped the Republic cruiser, and he is returned to his ship where he is going to receive a new mission from Darth Sidious. So let's jump right into our first scene.
You wanted the Jedi. We have no problem. Anything else I can help you with?
Oh, he looks weird without his hat.
Yeah, his head is a bit of,
round.
yeah, really round.
Kidnapping innocent children seems like a small-time crime for the likes of you.
Among the children of the Jedi, there are no innocents.
That's pretty harsh.
Sure. As long as I get paid, it makes no difference to me.
Yeah, so Sidious has definitely lowered his standards a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's pretty brutal to go and kidnap Jedi or Jedi to be Force-sensitive children. Baby Jedi. But it is cool that this episode kind of revolves around Mustafar.
Yeah.
One thing Clone Wars does best is it has the little Easter eggs to some of the movies and other shows, and so it's kind of cool to see, like, even Anakin talk about Mustafar in this episode. Because I mean, yeah, you
end up there.
Exactly. But Cad Bane is still a threat, even though he has the holocron. It's not the worst thing he could do, because now he's actually going after the children, and he manages to get a couple of them. But luckily, the Jedi discovered that he was going after a Gungan child on Naboo, so they're hoping that they can stop him. But will Cad Bane win?
Probably.
Probably, because he's Cad Bane.
Yeah. Oh, come
The
on.
animation just looks so much better. It might be me, but that looks like
Slimo,
You
new
were
Star.
the child I was expecting to find.
obviously.
You're quite clever, but naive.
You know what I don't understand? Why the Jedi don't just backflip or something. Or why she doesn't grab him down with the Force.
Yeah. Oh no,
His
I love
hat
his
fell off.
jet shoes. He can get a new hat.
Looks like I win.
Did they really just capture
I'll
Cad
never have
Bane?
the right to wear this again.
Oh gosh. And nothing against Gungans, but that child isn't super
Do you
cute.
really believe that?
I love him.
Yeah, so Cad Bane was captured, unlike popular belief, mainly my belief. But I suppose the Jedi had to get a victory in there somewhere, but not all of the children he went after are safe like that Gungan child. Because, well, Cad Bane already captured a couple of them and gave them to Sidious on Mustafar. So if they knew the full extent of the situation, I don't think they'd consider this much of a victory.
Yeah, no.
But Ahsoka and Anakin do work very well as a team. Like, she was in there to, try and stop him, but when he got away, Anakin was ready to literally bring him down
Yeah.
from the sky. But you do see, despite how intelligent and capable Cad Bane is, you're still not really a match for a Jedi.
Yeah.
Two Jedi, for that matter.
So he kind of loses his
He
battles
kind
sometimes.
of lost his battle just a little bit. But the one thing they don't have is they don't have the children and they don't have the holocron. So I guess there's two things they don't have.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Jedi don't know about all the children he's gotten. But they're hoping that with his capture, they can figure these things out and retrieve the holocron and rescue the children. But that requires...
need to be rescued, man.
Well, yeah, they're fastidious, they're fine. But that requires an interrogation.
We love our
We do love our interrogations, and might I add, this is a pretty brutal interrogation.
Even though he's sitting.
He still looks completely in control.
Yeah, that's the same as like Maul.
You will take us to the holocron.
Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
You will take us to the holocron.
Forget it.
You will take us to the holocron.
They look like they're in a boy band.
I won't.
Come
And
on.
you will take us now. I will take you. No. Get out of my head.
Gosh, you're gonna murder Cad Bane.
Ahsoka's like, oh.
Perhaps we should try again.
Of course, Anakin's brutal.
I've had enough of that. I'll take you to the holocron. You'll get your children back.
That's brutal.
That was brutal. I think they look very
Yeah.
creepy. Take us to the holocron. But even though the Jedi aren't as violent as the Sith, they still, kind of cut corners a little bit.
Yeah.
Although,
Thanks, Anakin.
earlier in this scene, Anakin was literally the one to suggest doing this. Anakin. So of course when Anakin has an idea, it's usually against the Jedi code. But did they get answers? That's the thing. I think Cad Bane, you can tell that he's still strong mentally. Like, they didn't belittle his character by making him succumb to the Jedi mind trick. Because he's better than that. He's cooler than that. Although I think it's funny that Ahsoka, seemed all concerned when she was with Luminara, with Newt Gunray. Earlier in season 1, she was so brutal. So maybe she's learned some good things from Obi-Wan. But Cad Bane takes Mace Windu and Obi-Wan to the holocron and the children.
Oh, come on, Cad.
But are they really there? I guess we'll see.
No.
Where are you keeping the children?
The children are safe. But first, there is your precious holocron.
Did he have a device that made it glow on command?
No more of your tricks.
Blast! You certainly stepped in it.
Wait, what? Yeah, one Cad.
Along, Jedi.
He got the holocron, right?
Did he? I can't remember. I'm not sure if he got the holocron or not. But regardless, Cad Bane led them into a trap. Beautiful. 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 I mean, Cad Bane always does come through in Clone Wars. Which is ironic. He lost to Anakin and Ahsoka, but then he beat Mace Windu and Obi-Wan. So, I mean...
But that was smart, though. Like, them being in that little circle. And then him going out, but then staying
Cad Bane really is...
He's so smart.
Yeah. But even though he's so good at what he does, if you have him in every Clone Wars episode, he'd lose his meaning a little bit.
He's like
Scattered. Out. He's scattered throughout Clone Wars. But I don't know. I've always really liked this episode, even though it's not over yet. But a lot happens in between this scene and next scene. So Anakin and Ahsoka were able to figure out that Cad Bane had gone to Mustafar, and they go and find the children. So after the base on Mustafar literally doing exactly what it did in episode 3, which is blowing up and falling into the lava, they do save the children. But there's always, the question of why and who was behind it. But the matter of the fact is that the children are back and they're safe. But of course, Cad Bane got away. So, you know, when Anakin's involved, you never have a true victory.
You don't.
I think that's just something the Jedi need to learn. But obviously, they have to report back to the Council.
The base was completely destroyed, Master. And so was any clue who's behind this.
Yeah, you're still going to be asking this question for a while.
Yeah,
Anakin.
so it's like we have no clue.
He got away again?
The important thing is that the children are safe and we've recovered the holocron.
Oh, so they did recover the holocron.
Good
And there
boy,
is no evidence in this
Obi-Wan.
copy.
Still, the future of all Jedi, uncertain is. Move
Duh.
forward cautiously. We
Yoda.
must.
Yeah, they really do sing the same song all the time about we don't know who the big mastermind behind all this is.
It's definitely a little hard because, like, the prequels, you only had like 3 movies to kind of like, you know, sprinkle in the Sidious stuff of like, oh, we don't know who this is, the uncertainty. But Clone Wars, you have 7 seasons.
7
Of
seasons
all of this
of
stuff,
Sidious.
all of this stuff happening with the Jedi. So after a while, it does kind of get a little old. Of like,
But it also
we
goes
did
to
this.
show that Sidious knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
And, I mean, he
But, I mean,
orchestrated
they
everything.
played their cards right though.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess they have a little bit more of a victory than I credited them for, because they did get back the holocron.
And they saved the kids.
But it begs the question, if Cad Bane could do all of that, and he's really not that powerful in the grand scheme of things, why couldn't Dooku come in and destroy the whole holocron vault, you know, and take more children?
Yeah.
And so I think this is kind of starting a turning point in Clone Wars where things get a little bit more dire. Because in the first season, a lot of it's kind of happy-and-go-lucky and random episodes sprinkled throughout. But there were some really good episodes, as we found out. But season 2 is where things start to turn. Season 3 is when you take the hard left turn into despair, anguish, and pain. Which I'm excited for. But I really liked the story arc. It really reminds me of Jedi Fallen Order, which... Please play it. Please play it for
we
Calcastus.
beg you.
And it's canon, by the way. That's another fun fact. But this was a nice way to kick off season 2.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for our next episode. Cause Clovis. But you'll have to check that one out next Wednesday. But this is a great episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching! Please leave a comment, turn on notifications, and hit the subscribe button to support the Threepios.
Also, thanks to our sponsor, Dave Filoni. We couldn't have done this without you.
Stay tuned for new episodes Wednesdays, and
May the Force be with you!